Hi guys, how is everyone? It's been a million years since I've done a video and I feel so bad because a lot of people requested this video and I'm like, oh, it's coming, and then it's 2 months later and I'm just filming this video now. But how is everyone? Like, I know the world's in still a crazy time, but I just started a new job, which is part of why it's been taking me so long to upload this. So it's finally time. Are you ready? I'm so excited for this video because I started my luxury collection about like a year and a half ago, and if it wasn't for these tricks that I'm gonna share, I couldn't have done this. Like, I really couldn't have. So I would just first like to make a disclaimer of how someone chooses to spend their money is none of anyone's business. I have so many people that I can tell kind of give me like a shady when I tell them what I like to spend my money on, and you know, to each their own. You want to spend your money on food, spend your money on food. You want to spend it on shoes, spend it on shoes. You want to save it. Like, who cares? Just don't let anyone make you feel kind of just like stupid for spending your money on luxury things. You know what I mean? It's what makes us happy, and at the end of the day, like, why else do we work? We work to be able to provide, pay our bills, and to spend it on stuff we want. So don't let anyone tell you anything. And also, whatever, I'll get into that later. Yes, so basically this will be a video on how I afford luxury authentic bags and like designer bags at a lower cost. Sometimes I get these bags. I've even actually purchased things above retail price if it's like a very expensive, if it's like an item that's rare or very sought out that you can never get on the website. I've paid more, like up to like $200 more, I think, for an item that I really wanted. So these tricks are not, it's not gonna like, they're not any crazy secret, I guess, but I get asked a lot, and this is kind of my way that I've been able to build my collection. But so this is the secret. It's a crazy secret. Ready? I work to afford my bags. I know, nuts, like crazy. You thought it was a sugar daddy, but it's not. I'm just kidding. But because literally people really are out here thinking that it's like a sugar baby situation when it's not. I work. When I started this collection, I was in school full time, working 2 jobs, and these tricks that I'm going to share, like, that's how I got my collection. But there is no crazy secret. I work and I save my money and I use these tricks, and that's it. But first trick that I found, that helps me the most is buying pre-loved whenever I can. And so buying pre-loved is such a good way. Like, I'm going to just list out some quick pros basically of buying pre-loved, and it's not something that anyone should be ashamed of because I'm trying to save my money wherever I can. Like, these bags cost a ridiculous amount of money, and just no one has money to just be spending around. And if you do, that's freaking awesome. Keep it up. But I don't. So don't let anyone shame you into thinking that not buying brand new from the store is anything to be ashamed of, because it's not. So I basically buy pre-loved whenever I can. And so what's great about buying pre-loved is you save your coin, you save your money, and that's awesome. You're also kind of, this whole thing with like fast fashion, especially right now, like, I've been trying to stop buying fast fashion and it's super tough, but I guess buying pre-loved makes me feel like I'm being a little bit more sustainable. Like, I'm not going to the store and spending an exorbitant amount of money. I'm buying something from someone else, and it's just not going to go in the trash, or it's not just going to end up not being used. So it kind of makes me feel a little better. I know it's not necessarily like the greatest thing still. You're still spending money on a freaking bag, but you know, it makes me feel a little better. I feel like when you kind of aren't buying directly from the store, obviously you're spending less money buying pre-loved, so you can build your collection more. Like, I personally won't go to like, on the bags that I have, like my Celine, that's like a red color, like, I don't wear a lot of color, so I didn't want to go and pay $2,400 for a bag that, like, I'm not gonna wear every single day. But I'll pay half of that for a bag that I love and to add it to my collection, even if I don't use it that much. So it makes me feel a little better not spending as much if it's an item that I'm not going to wear a ton, if that makes sense. Some of the cons, honestly, there isn't many cons except the fact that, of course, you can get scammed depending on how you buy. And that's something that I've like learned throughout like my year and a half buying things, is that if the deal is too good to be true, it's a fake. It's not authentic, and you're getting scammed. And I have been scammed. I did not include Poshmark in my buying pre-loved beliefs because I have been scammed. I think it's way too hard to be certain on there. There's people that steal pictures and then act like the item is their own. And yes, Poshmark authenticates over $500, but I've heard their authentication like team sucks. Sorry, Poshmark, if anyone that works there watches this, but so it's just not worth it to me. But that's the only thing. If the deal's too good to be true, it probably is. That's a story for another time, how I got scammed on Poshmark. I got lucky, I got my money back, but still some people aren't so lucky. So now I'm gonna kind of get into what I do use to buy pre-loved. So first of all, I found this Facebook community. We're kind of like, we're not a cult, but like we're just addicted to like luxury goods. And so the actual page, it's called REDELUXE. And so on Facebook, there's these communities. There's like hundreds of thousands of people in these Facebook communities. I'm going to list all of them down below because I've sold so many bags on there. And so I'm going to list them down below. I'm going to list them down below. If you see me looking down, it's because I have notes. I didn't want to miss anything. But so for example, you're going to like, if you want to find these pages, it'll be like Louis Vuitton Addicted, REDELUXE, Community, and Marketplace. And so a lot of people are like, how do you trust those pages? Like, blah, 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 blah. So people, like, if you literally look at the page, like the group of people on that page, like, they are so quick to call out when an item is fake. Like, it's almost unheard of that someone has, like, the guts to post a fake item on there to sell. Because people are like, fake, take it down, you get reported, you get banned from the group. So, like, it's almost 100% safe, honestly. And I've bought and sold and I've had only like good experiences on there. There is a Dior group, there's a Gucci group, there's a Chanel one, Fendi, Louis, literally every like designer brand, there's probably a REDELUXE page for it. And so how these pages work is you'll go and you'll post your item. If, let's say Louis, it's the one that I've like sold and bought the most from. You're gonna need a picture of the heat stamp, the date code, a bunch of pictures talking about wear and tear on a bag. And so you're gonna post that, and then all the transactions you do are gonna be through PayPal, and it's like where they send you an invoice or you send them an invoice to buy it. You don't ever wanna pay through friends and family because you're not protected when you do friends and family. But when you do like PayPal invoice, you're protected. So let's say a buyer sends you an item and it's not authentic, then you can report it, like make a claim through PayPal, and you're in the clear. They're gonna refund you your money, blah, 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 blah. So 9 out of 10 times, you're completely safe. Almost 10 out of 10 times, but obviously there's always like a 1% chance, but you're pretty much safe when you do it through PayPal. And so, and also like I said, on these pages, there's so many people on them, and they're so closely monitored. Like, it's almost to the point that it's annoying. Like, if you make a post, you forget like a name card, because when you post an item, you also want to have like, it'll say Luma and then the bag that I'm selling, just because if it prevents people from stealing your photos, like kind of what happened to me when I was scammed on Poshmark. Like, there was no name card attached to the photo, so I didn't know that those pictures were fake. So they're so closely monitored, and there's always someone that's going to be like, you didn't post this, like delete it, post it correctly, so if you want to sell your item. So it's almost like foolproof. I've showed at least 3 of my friends have purchased things after I told them about that. And the awesome thing, like my favorite thing about this, is the fact that you can do payment plans. And that is literally how I've been able to buy a ton of my bags. My first bag that I ever bought on a payment plan was actually my Palm Springs Mini, my little baby. I love her. And so payment plans are such an awesome thing, because you can basically put, like, I think you put, a lot of people say like 20% down on the bag, and then you pay the rest weekly. So what I did, I put 20% of this bag, whatever amount it was back then, And then I just paid like $300 every week until I was able to afford the bag. And I think that's such an awesome way. And I wish like more people knew that this was like a possibility, because I can't afford to, like, maybe I can't afford to put $2,000 down on a bag in 1 week, but I can't afford that over time. Like, I can save a little bit from my paycheck and do it that way. So that's been such an incredible way for me to be able to grow my collection. And so there's so many people that do that, especially on those pages, but also there's a lot of awesome Instagram sellers. I bought this one from REDELUXE, I believe is how you say it, and she's incredible. Shout out to you, Georgia. You're amazing. I'm gonna put her Instagram down below. I got this from her, and she did a payment plan, and she was so nice. She actually overnighted the bag to me for like a really awesome deal, because yeah, she's amazing. But yeah, so there's so many options. And like I said, if you're gonna, there is a lot of Instagram sellers. I know my Barbie's Closet or something like that. I haven't heard amazing things from them, but I do know that they're authentic, they're legit. Sometimes I heard communication with them is tough, but you're gonna know. You need to, like, especially when you're buying pre-loved, like, your intuition, just use it, follow your gut. If there's a page that has 400 followers and is claiming to sell an authentic item, it's not real. If there is a page that has, like, Julia Rose Boston is another one, she's incredible, has amazing items. If you have like 100,000 followers and people are constantly, like, they're constantly posting, they're posting reviews, things like that, it's most likely authentic. And so it's a situation where you gotta just use your gut instincts. And it's, like I said, if it's too good to be true, you're gonna get scammed. Another great way, so let's go back. So the Facebook groups, I'm gonna list them down below. Incredible way. I've bought at least 4. I got my Dior, I bought my Balenciaga, I got my Palm Spring Mini, my Gucci Marmont. Most of them I found off of those groups. And then, so that's one way. Amazing way, because you get a payment plan. You can almost 100% sure, like, be confident in the fact that your item will be authentic, or else it would not be posted on the page. And then also sometimes Instagram sellers, I don't know a ton of them. I'm going to list the ones I do know down below. Awesome ways to buy pre-loved items and also be able to do a payment plan, so you're not having to drop to $1,000, $2,000 on an item at once, because ain't nobody got the money for that. Another pre-love sites that I haven't bought from, I've used one of these sites. There's Fashion File, which everyone knows pretty much is authentic. I honestly haven't heard any situations where an item has not been authentic when purchased on Fashion File. Tradesy is a good one. I always say this wrong. I don't know if it's Yogi's Closet or Yugi's Closet. I actually got my Celine on there, and I had such a great experience. It arrived in a week. Also StockX. Mixed kind of emotions with StockX, because they take kind of forever to deliver an item, but I haven't heard a ton of not like bad situation with StockX, but a StockX is another good way to get off like pre-loved items, or sometimes it's brand new, it's just they get resold on there. But yeah, like I said, there's so many ways to avoid like paying full price. But yeah, those are some of my tricks. Like I said, there's nothing wrong buying pre-loved. And yes, it's fun to go to the store, like you go to Louis, you go to Chanel, and you can get an item when it comes with all the packaging. But like sometimes with pre-loved items, you can do the full, like you get the full shebang, you know what I mean? My Dior came with everything, box, ribbon. I had a little Chanel card holder, came with everything. So sometimes these people just buy an item and then they resell it, you know what I mean? I've done that. I had a Neverfull that I bought, and because it went over like the 30-day return policy for Louis, it was a brand new item that I didn't use, and it came with everything, and I resold it. I had to resell it for a little bit less just because I did take it from the store, you know what I mean? And I did like carry it around my house to see if I liked it, and I ended up not liking it, but that's a whole nother story. But yeah, so don't be ashamed to buy pre-loved. It is an awesome way to save some money, to be able to get more, like be able to get more items because you're not having to drop an insane amount of money at once. Pay plans, if you are a seller of luxury goods and you do a pay plan, you are a godsend. It's the best way to afford an item, and it's just it's not a huge burden. Like whenever I've paid full price for an item, I think about it for like 6 weeks after I buy the item. I'm like, oh my God, I just dropped $1,000. Even if I love the bag, like it stresses me out. And so doing a payment plan, I'm like, oh, I'm buying this item and I'm paying $200 every week and blah, blah, blah until I can get it. And that's also another thing about payment plans that I love. I know I'm kind of all over the place. Bear with me. It's a lot. Another thing about payment plans is the fact that, like, let's say you're going to take 8 weeks to pay off a bag, 2 months. If in those 2 months, you're going to be so excited to get the bag that when you get it, you're going to be so sure, like, that you love it. You know what I mean? Because sometimes I impulse want something. I'll see something on an Instagram blogger and I'm like, I need that bag. Oh my God, I want that bag. And then I'm like, okay, let's think about it, blah, blah, blah. And then in a few weeks, I'm over it. So the payment plan, like when you're paying for it, you're kind of like loving the bag. You're watching videos on the bag. So it kind of gives you time to like really fall in love and be excited about the bag. And you know that when you get it in 2 months, you're like, oh, it was worth it. I'm so excited. And that's what happened with my Palm Springs Mini. I took almost 2 months, like a month and a half to pay it off. So about like 6 weeks. And when I got it, I was like, like I was so excited. And it's still one of my favorite used bags. But yeah, those are my tips and tricks. I hope this helps. And like join those pages down below. You have to like answer a few questions to join. Just like yes, whatever. Just do your research. If something's too good to be true, it probably is. And yeah, I'm sorry this video took so long. I hope this helps. Comment down below if you join the pages, if you end up buying any luxury goods off those pages. And if this was helpful, let me know. Little side note, because I'm so excited to share this. This is my new baby. My Balenciaga Ville top handle in the small size. There's literally 1.5 videos of this on YouTube. I don't know why. I freaking love this bag. It is so extra with the logo on it, but it's my little baby and I love her. So if you do want to see a video on this bag, let me know. Not an unboxing obviously, but like a what fits inside and how I like it. Let me know, and I hope to see you guys soon.